Today we are going to rewind and look at one of the classic attempts. This attempt was a few months before Shivam got the world record, the historic 48 out of 48. The reason I'm not covering 48 out of 48 is because, well, people have seen that video a couple of times. For me, it's like a daily dose of like just looking at it. But this attempt is something that I want to cover. This was an attempt done in April at Shivnadar University. Shivam is doing again 48 cubes. And we'll analyze through this attempt. So Shivam Bansal is the former world record holder. He's a world champion. In 2017 he was the world champion in MBLD, and he is a 3-time medalist at in world championships with silver, with a gold, bronze and a bronze. And also he is the current Asian champion in 5BLD and MBLD. And also the Asian champion before in 5BLD, MBLD, 4BLD. So he's quite an accomplished cuber, has gone to 93 competitions. So you can see he does 3 pass memo, which means he looks at each cube 3 times, and he does 8 packs, which means a group of 8 cubes are memorized together. So on the left side you can see he's doing currently the long term memorization, in which he has 32 cubes to memorize. So 4 times 8 packs is 32. Right now he's on the third part of he's on the third pack, and he's doing the memo and review. We'll look at the timings. We can see that the first and second pack both were completed within 4 minutes, which is quite fast. Right now this 2024 standard is 3 minutes 30 for memo and review of 10 cubes. So that's quite a big jump, but we can clearly see that for 3 pass memo, the memo and review, the first two passes should be a bit slower. So yeah, we are seeing the 4th pack of Shivam. He's doing the memo and review, and right now we are at 16 minutes of the entire attempt, and he's already done 2 passes of 32 cubes. And finally he will look at he'll do a complete 1 pass of the 5th pack, and the 5th pack he divides it as 4 plus 4, and that's what he even does in 2024. If you must have seen his recent MBLD attempts, you can see the, I think, 43 out of 46 in Korea 2023. So you can see that he's also doing the 5th pack in memo and review. So he has done 2 passes of right now 40 cubes, and then he does a very slow 3rd pass. So this is very interesting. Rather than doing 2 passes, you do a slower a 9ish minute pass of the a 3rd pass, and this is I think it's by the end of 30 minutes he's comfortable with 40 cubes, and then moves on to his short term memory cubes, which is a separate 8 cube MBLD attempt. So the average of the long term is 45.65 seconds per cube, which is quite you can say up to the global standards. If you see the recent Graham Siggins and Ro Hessler's long term cube per cube memo, it's around 40 to 50, ballpark 40 to 50 seconds. Like the recent 61 out of 66 of Ro had the first 30 cubes of a memo of 44 seconds. So it's ballpark same. And now he's moving on to the short term memory of the cubes. So there are 8 cubes, he does 7 plus 1, so the last cube is done as a 3BLD. Since he's doing even number of cubes, the last isn't technically a pack, it's a 7 cube, but he's still doing a 2 pass, a 2 pass of the 7 cubes, and then let's say 1 or a 2 pass of the 3BLD cube. So we can see him slowing down a bit in the 3BLD cube. I guess the scramble was hard, let's say 10, 11, 12 L's. So that's why it took him around 40 seconds. Also he had to look at the timer once to look at the time management. His memo finished in 35 minutes 16 seconds, and unfortunately the 3BLD cube is what he actually DNFs with. So he takes 30 seconds to execute the 3BLD cube, and then it was a DNF. Now he's moving on to the short term cubes. So cube number 41, 42, 43, 40, first he executes 45, 46, 47, 41, 42, 43, 44, and then he moves on to the 5th pack, which is his long term memory, but which he memo reviews a bit later. So yeah, we can see that his execution speed for around 8-ish cubes is less than 4 minutes. So which means he's on track of he's having a speed of 29.06 seconds per cube. Overall his execution speed is quite fast for most of the packs. It's sub 4 for all the packs except for the 2nd pack, which we see at the bottom left. And we can see in the analysis on the left side, there was a DNF in every pack. The 3BLD cube, the short term memory pack, and then the fifth pack, the fourth pack, and then the third pack. One interesting thing about this attempt is how Shivam does his long-term execution, long-term cubes execution. He memorizes the first, second, third, fourth, and then the fifth, and he executes the fifth, third, fourth, fourth, third, and then first, second, which is an interesting order. Most of the top builders, MBLers right now, their long-term memory, they just memorize it as 1, 2, 3, 4, execute it as 1, 2, 3, 4, and most of them have moved on to like 8 packs or 10 packs. So Shivam uses 8 packs and 10 packs. So these are the two main ways to look at MBLD analysis. This format is inspired by Ro Hessler. I have to give credit to him. The reason why I want to analyze is because Ro analyzes his MBLD attempts quite nice. Also, I've seen Elliot Kobalinski also analyze his attempts quite nice. So this is interesting way of looking at Shivam's attempt. This was a historic attempt. He definitely thought he was breaking the world record here, and it was unfortunate when he opened his eyes, he saw 5 DNFs. But this definitely felt he himself admitted that this was one of the best attempts he felt, and he thought that there were no mistakes. Also, on his 48 out of 48, he thought there were some mistakes. So it's sometimes MBLD is kind of counterintuitive, and we really don't know how the attempt is going unless we just end the attempt and analyze, do the post-mortem, or just the analysis like we are doing right now. So exciting attempt in 2018. Shivam is a world-class person. Thanks for watching.